I'm Osi from Osi Living. You can check out my YouTube channel. I have a lot of videos about many things to build your inner home. I'd like to talk today about entering your inner home, especially now when it's very intense eclipse, right? Today, the 14th of December. We're sort of moving from the duality of the Pisces age into the Aquarius of unity and oneness. And in unity and oneness, there's an unlimited amount of source and energy, especially if we are aligned, if every part of our being is connected into this divinity, this high energy or frequency. And what it means is that when you think about high energy, you think about, oh, maybe I have to leave to go someplace, but it's actually very simple. It's the opposite. You have to simplify your life enough, for the next few weeks, to really simplify your life so you can get really quiet and start listening to your inner voice. It's all about listening to the self, right? Because God is really not just in the cosmos and outside ourselves. It's actually inside our being. And how do we access it? So, my teacher would always say, my teacher Naveen would always say, going into forward bend, all your questions are answered. Paschimottanasana, it's the Sanskrit word. It's a very intense, I would say, asana for someone who, not as flexible. Maybe you have intense tight hamstrings, or your hips are tight, hip flexors, your back is tight. So I do it with back bend. I do it with the every forward bend have a back bend, but I do it with bent knees. And I also would say that the same thing I'm teaching right now will be really good for someone who have migraine, right, headaches. And it's similar to the same frequencies of basically leaving yourself, getting into the head, getting into the blue energy of like analytic and thinking and doing. And I noticed this week was a very much like finishing all business. Like everything showed up from the past, even my activities and my work. They all showed up in a more bright light for me to see if this is how I want to handle, the next part of my life, which is more of an Aquarius era, which is more about connection. And a lot of stuff needed to drop. And, the migraine that I had yesterday, it's very rare for me to have it. It's, it shows me again to simplify, to slow down, to turn off the analytic mind, and to start really listening deep within our spirit, within our soul, the inner voice. Asana for that, okay? You're sitting, you're moving your sit bone back, okay? You're starting with bent knees. You can have 1 block, 2 blocks, as much as you need to keep your back open. Your sit bone back. You're sitting on your pubic bone, your anus is back, okay? You can have your index and middle grabbing your big toe. Shoulder blades back and chest is open. So you start like that, right? Almost like mogul skiing in a position of a sitting will be this position, right? Flat back, sit bone back. Right? This is a great position to really find your seat in the asana. Always know that your sit bone will always go back, your anus will always go back, and you're sitting on the infinite pubic. Okay, and you take it to forward bend. So you'll see what you need for your forward bend. This might be rounding, might tell you that you need a little bit more to start. And the muscles and the bones will work around this alignment that we created. So have a good, strong alignment will really get you into a great pose.